Hello everyone and welcome back to the Wandering Wind. We need to talk. I just heard about the not the Boston, but the Manhattan bomb or explosion or whatever the hell it was. We need to talk. We need a long talk together. What is going on in our country? What is going on in our world? That this is what we can expect on it on a Monday morning on December 11th, December 11th, I wonder if that's supposed to send a message. Okay, so the story goes that this guy evidently was planning on bombing somewhere, someplace. I'm not sure exactly where he intended to it doesn't make any sense to me. Why would this? Why do people continue to do this? Continue to think that hurting other people is the best way. You know what happens? You know what happens? Okay, I'll tell you what happens. You delay the inevitable. You hurt each other and hurt each other and hurt each other so damn much that eventually you just had to sit down. You just had to do the exact same thing you should have started doing as soon as all this happened. Sit down and talk. Because that's what it always ends up being about. You sit down, you talk things out. That's the way the world's supposed to work. We're supposed to be able to communicate. We're supposed to be able to connect through words. We're not supposed to be people that constantly hurt other people just because we can, just because we have the ability to. There are times I have the ability to hurt people, not necessarily physically, not necessarily morally, but emotionally, psychologically. I can hurt people a lot. My words are a powerful weapon against people. I know this. Why are we doing this? Why is this the way that people go? Because I'll tell you what. I'll tell you one thing. God isn't pleased with us. God isn't pleased. He's not happy. You know why? We continue to fight. We continue to argue. We continue to kill each other. We continue to make his world worse and worse by the day. We pollute our air. We pollute our oceans. We pollute our land. We poison our people, both intentionally and unintentionally, by neglect. We oppress people just because of the way they look, just because of the place that they come from, just because of the legal status that they have. We treat other people like garbage because of that. We make everything into a political argument. Oh, gender? Well, let's say that there are 50 different genders, and none except for 2 of them make any sense. I'm not even going to go into that, but just saying. Or, oh, well, let's put the Christian person on the side of the Republicans and the really disagreeable person on the side of the Democrats. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense anymore. No. Does anything make any sense anymore? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think, to be honest, I think this is nothing more than a circus, a media circus, a societal, psychological circus. And all we are is monkeys in a cage that God watches and goes, how sad, how sad. Because that's what we're doing. We're slinging our own crap at other people. Oh, well, I have family issues. Oh, I hate you. Oh, I never got a good job. Oh, you know. Why? Why? For so long. For so long. This has been happening since Cain and Abel. It's been happening since the beginning. In fact, if you want to really be technical about it, it's been happening since before the beginning because, of course, Satan rebelled against God because he was jealous that God had the authority that he didn't. He had the authority that Lucifer wanted, and since Lucifer couldn't have it, then he left. And he took some of the angels with him. And then he decided, oh, well, let's ruin creation for God. Didn't work for long, but... I'm sorry, I'm so ticked off right now because all of these people consider hurting other people to be a good thing. Why? Why? All this accomplishes is just more pain. And pain causes anger. Anger desires revenge. Revenge causes more pain, and the cycle continues and continues. It never ends. You know what ends? You know what ends it? You know what ends it? Love. Peace. Tranquility. The idea that you can actually accept another person without changing them. Oh, yeah, that's rocket science. That's not rocket science. You know what that is? That's common sense. Common sense. Common sense, people. I mean, really. Do you really think that the idea that you can change a person, ladies, am I right? Can you change your man if your man don't want to change? Can you make him more agreeable with you? Can you make him more responsible if he's dead set on not being responsible? No, of course not. There have been plenty of women throughout history that have tried to change their spouses, and the spouses have not changed. Because unless you want to change, you're not going to change. Believe me, Psychology 101. I know because I've actually been through psychological bullcrap, so I know. If I don't choose to change, I'm not gonna change because I like the way I am. So yeah, there's that. There's another thing I really, really think you don't get. And that's all of you. Not just women, not just men, not just kids, not just adults. Everyone. And there's always more than two options for a situation. More than two options for a situation. You know what? Oh, there's a good option. There's a bad option. Here's a third option. Just don't do anything. Don't get involved. Don't get invested in it because it's not your fight. It's not your war. It's not your issue. You know what is your issue? Well, primarily, genetically, biologically, it's survival. But you know what other purpose you have? To love people, to connect with people, to grow with people. That's your purpose. That's what we were put here for. Why do you think we're social creatures in the first place? It's because we were meant to connect with each other and also with God. God especially is important in this whole thing because without God, nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense in the world. But I don't even think that the world makes sense with God. Because, to be honest, God wouldn't understand half of what we think because, you know, we're so darn stupid. We're so darn psychotic. It's like, how the hell did I create these? I mean, really. I'd be, just hypothetically speaking, if I'd have been God and I saw my creation running around killing each other, making each other feel bad, creating chaos and destruction everywhere I went, I'd look at them and I'd go, well, these definitely ain't my kids. Come on, son, let's go to the next planet. We can restart. Yeah, Mars is a great place. They got lots of desert. Well, it's kind of cool. I mean, seriously, I would not have stuck around for the last 2,000 years if I were him. I'd have been gone. It's like, nope, don't want it, can't do it. It's a waste of my time. I don't need it. Goodbye. But, of course, God loves us enough that he stays. God loves us enough that he manages to look past all of our faults, and there are many of them, and see the person inside that he wants us to be. So today I want to challenge you guys in December. Do something kind for someone. Do something randomly kind. Random acts of kindness. It was a meme there for a while. It was a movement there for a while. Let's have that again. Today, do something randomly kind for someone in need, or just someone that you meet on the street. It doesn't have to be anyone special. Doesn't have to be an old person, a young person, a woman, or a man. It can be anyone and anyone. It can be anyone and everyone. And to be honest, I don't want you to just stop at one person. Keep doing random acts of kindness. Keep showing the love in your heart, because that is what drives out the dark, angry feelings that this stuff is created by, that this stuff is caused by. Thank you guys so very much. I've been your host, Gregory. This has been The Wandering Wind. This has been my rant for the evening, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button. If you didn't, please, by all means, hit the dislike button. It still gives me interaction points. And by all means, please be kind enough to let me know what you think down in the comments section below. I will see you guys again later. I have to go take a bath and cool down because this is all just so frustrating. Have a great night.